This podcast is part of a vast and organised criminal network. Breaking the law. It's class. Annie, this is roleplay. So Annie, this is roleplay. This is roleplay. Annie, this is roleplay. So Annie, this is roleplay. This is roleplay. Annie, this is roleplay. So Annie, this is roleplay. This is roleplay. Annie, this is roleplay. So Annie, this is roleplay. This is roleplay. Annie, this is roleplay. Will you tell us this is roleplay? There's a sign in the window that he struck you a crescendo. Annie, he came into your apartment, left the bloodstains on the carpet. Then you ran into the bedroom, you were struck down, it was roleplay.
Well.
If it isn't the other member of Ireland's newest Irish language rap duo.
Ireland's biggest Irish language rap duo.
I think the only one.
Well, there might be others, but they're so small
And insignificant.
They're so infinitesimal compared to our success.
With no cultural impact at all.
Yeah. They're not really doing anything to forward any particular social causes or forward the agenda of the Irish language, unlike us.
Which have made huge strides in promoting the Irish language since the release of our song reminisce by us, aka Baldcap.
Yeah, we're Baldcap.
Which is no reference to any other Irish language rap group. It's
No.
It's just actually a reference to my follically challenged existence.
What do you mean?
I know I have a cap on right now, but
yeah, I thought that's why we were called that. I thought we were called Baldcap because we were wearing a cap, and the bald thing I was a little confused.
Yeah, you were like, why are you pushing that one?
Yeah.
No, full disclosure, I am bald.
You are bald.
Yeah, in a big way.
Bald. In a great way.
In the best way, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were delighted with the success of that music video. Obviously, it's a reference to Kneecap, who are the goats. But I suppose,
guys,
yeah,
they're pretty cool.
I love you guys.
It's quite funny because obviously we're doing a podcast. That's what this is. And our plan was, let's do a sort of maybe like a video or two beforehand, get that out in the world, build up a bit of hype for us.
Yeah, put us together as a duo in the minds of the public.
Maybe, get that going a little bit in people's minds. And then, didn't we only bloody go and make the song of the summer?
In September.
In September. Next summer, I mean.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
We're not going to release the full thing until next summer.
So keep bumping that shit until next.
Really build the hype. Keep playing that one 70-second clip.
Baldcap Summer
2026.
And also, you're very welcome to Roleplay, the new podcast by me, Ryan Carrick.
And me, Ross McCartney.
From Joe.ie. No.
Me, Simon Hennessy, baby.
We're actually mates in real life and now have managed to somehow figure out how to use microphones, and we will be recording our voices on them going forward.
It's easier than you think. We're both pretty bad at things generally, so...
Yeah, it's true.
The fact that we can do this bodes well.
How would you describe this podcast?
I would describe it as cheeky.
Yeah, just messing.
I would describe it as irreverent.
Yeah, quirky. Disruptors of the industry, maybe.
Herky-jerky.
I don't know about that.
That rhymes with quirky, so...
Okay.
Jot that down in your little notebook.
Little notebook.
That you seem to just sort of have here.
It makes me look legit, and I even have a pen to go along with it.
Yeah, I'm
Can I give you my hot take?
Yeah.
Irish girls, sometimes trouble, always worth it.
Yeah, they are.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Now, listeners won't know what Ryan is referring to there, but
we're recording this in Simon's living room, and he, for some reason, has a wooden kind of sign that does say word for word, Irish girls, sometimes trouble, always worth it.
Yeah, I do.
And to be honest, that's literally my hot take, so it's weird that you had that.
You said that coming in the door.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Well, my other hot take is that we're all addicted to our phones.
We'll
cover that in a different...
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll absolutely circle back to that.
But as to this little sign that we've put it here in the middle of the frame for...
Sign and Hennessy kind of thing.
Nice. Yeah.
Right.
Sign... Come back to me.
Right.
Come back to me and I'll have something. Writing Hennessy?
Sign Carrick.
Yeah, that's also good. Stop fucking showing me up.
Sorry.
Right? My house.
This is his idea as well.
So, Irish Girl Sometimes Trouble, always worth it. The little wooden sign I have here. I found this when I was in Monaghan, up the Farney Army, with my girlfriend, my partner, Emer, and we were going through stuff in her room, and she had this for some reason. And so I said, well, you're coming home with me.
Because it's so true, isn't it, Simon?
Because Irish Girls Sometimes Trouble, always worth it. Or as I like to say it, Irish girls, sometimes the troubles, always worth it.
Because the Irish girls were involved in the troubles as well. You can't forget that, you know?
It wasn't just Irish men.
No.
Or British men.
Well, they were certainly involved.
They were very involved, but Irish girls were involved. And always worth it.
Yeah, I would say
it
depends on which side of the conflict you're on, probably. But
People
look,
have different takes, but
and it's a very complex issue. And these are the sort of issues that we'll be covering on Roleplay, the improv comedy podcast.
Yeah, where we play roles.
We do play roles, and it's kind of like where improv meets chance.
It is sort of where improv meets chance, as we'll get to a little later when we reach the dice segment. Stay tuned for that of the podcast. But also, if I could just say as well, Simon Penicy.
Okay.
Because you write with a pen.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Okay. So these are the sort of...
Ryan Cartridge.
Yes. Oh, like a printer cartridge.
I was thinking more of a pen.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you write with that, and these are words, and they're written. So.
But cartridge doesn't really sound like Carrick.
No.
So, but I see. I like the vigor. I like the enthusiasm.
Thanks.
But you just need to do better if you want to keep me on as a bloody host, a co-host here.
Yeah. Well, look. Sometimes the jokes I come up with will cause trouble,
but they're
always
worth it, and I've always said that.
Yeah, much like Irish girls, and maybe like the troubles. Depending on what your own personal beliefs are.
Well, I was born in 1997, which was a year prior to the Good Friday Agreement.
Old.
A year. You're actually a couple of years older. So.
Why, you don't have to tell them that.
But what age are you now?
It's just age is just a number, man.
Okay. You're so old you need glasses.
That's not they're not old glasses. They're not like old man glasses.
They are old. You're an old man. You're an old man with no life.
You're a bold man.
Hey.
We're turning on each other so fast.
No, it's a bit of crack, isn't it?
We're just having a laugh. We're just having a little joke here. And we're also going to play some roles.
We are going to play some roles. And so basically how it works is I'm going to play... Now, you're going to play a role first, and then I'm going to play a role. And those roles will be revealed in the actual, I suppose, scenario that we're playing. They're both interview scenarios. And then, as we mentioned later on, there's a dice situation. So it's all going on. It's all going on here. We're really, I suppose, pushing our acting and improv chops on this podcast.
To the max. And as you can tell from my hilarious Simon Penicy, Ryan Cartridge jokes, you can expect some pretty good improv from me. The Simon Hennessy or whatever you said, sign character, not great.
Yeah, it's crap. And I can do better. Good. I promise you I can do better. I'm just nervous.
He will do better. Good things to come. But before we get to the first row, which I will be playing, how about a little word from the sponsor of today's episode? Thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Funeral Jeans.
Everyone knows funerals are a real bummer, and there's not a lot you can do about who's in the coffin. But what you can do is make sure you look chic and trendy and do your grieving in comfort. That's where Funeral Jeans come in.
Affordable, stylish and tasteful, Funeral Jeans has you covered across a variety of different bereavement styles. Whether you want to go classic black or jazz up your tragedy legwear with something a bit more out there, Funeral Jeans' diverse range will have you crying and styling all at the same time.
Head on to funeraljeans.co.nz and use discount code FUNERAL10 for 10% off your first order from Funeral Jeans. Show loved ones compassion and serve up some fashion with Funeral Jeans.
Thanks, Funeral Jeans.
Welcome back to Roleplay. Today I am joined by Eurovision winner, Bfthjørgb, I think is...
Bfthjørgb!
Yeah, what I said that. Bfthjørgb is.
Bfthjørgb.
Yeah, Bfthjørgb. Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Bfthjørgb.
Nearly there. Bfthjørgb.
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 All right, Graham. So tell me this: you're just off the back of a huge win there in the Eurovision this year. A great competition, really, isn't it?
It was a fantastic competition, and what a fantastic decision this year to include only the nations of Europe in the competition. Boy, there could have been some controversy if some nations that are not actually European had been included, but thankfully we avoided that in the Eurovision 2025, won by myself, Bfthjørgb, for my home nation of Norwedenmark, with my instant classic, Love Is All, Is That We Are.
It's a fantastic song.
Bfthjørgb.
Yeah, you know, I know I've said your name.
Apologies.
It's a great song, very kind of Eurovision-esque, really kind of.
That's good because it was for the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah, but you mentioned there, like there are traditionally countries in the Eurovision that are not in Europe though. Australia would be in it, and Norwedenmark.
Norwedenmark.
Yeah, okay. So tell me, what was life growing up in Norwedenmark?
Bfthjørgb. Norwedenmark.
Yeah.
Yes. Life in Norwedenmark was pretty good. Norwedenmark, also known as the Associated States of Scandinavia, or AS for short, it is my home nation. It is a beautiful place where the average salary for working class is 1 million euros of the year. And the healthcare is extremely good, and quality of life is, as you Irish might say it, but good. You said that in Ireland?
But good.
But good.
Yeah, I said
Bfthjørgb.
So like, yeah, I would say that. I would say I kind of want to go back to when you were younger. Maybe how did you get into making music initially?
Well, I like to think that the music, it found me instead of the other way around. Originally, as many people from Norwedenmark are, I was a professional skier. And after winning my 7th Winter Olympics gold medal, I found myself in conversation with my close friend, one of the Skarsgård brothers. You know the Skarsgårds?
Yeah, they're very good actors, yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård, Alexander Skarsgård. Bill as well. My friend was the youngest brother, Fart Shart Skarsgård.
Fart Shart Skarsgård.
Bfthjørgb.
Well, that's your name.
Oh, sorry, yes. Fart Shart Skarsgård was his name. Okay. Is his name.
Yes. He's still alive. He's still with us.
He is still alive. The last that I have checked. I don't know, maybe he's died since we've started this conversation.
Yeah.
He takes a lot of drugs. But anyway, I was hanging out with Fart Shart Skarsgård, and I said to him, Fart Shart, I am perhaps getting a little bit tired of winning gold at all of these Olympics. Perhaps I should try something else? And he said, well, Bfthjørgb, you are always striking me as a musical guy, so why not try the music? Next thing I know, I am winning the Eurovision Song Contest for my home nation of Norwedenmark.
Well, God, congratulations! That's such a journey. Like, how did you go from that then to auditioning for the Eurovision? Were you immediately did the music was it an easy kind of transition? Because going from sports like high quality of sport, standard of sport like the Olympics, to go to music and then the Eurovision, that's how did that move work?
It's actually a pretty classic path in Norwedenmark.
To go from Olympics to the Eurovision.
Yes. That is why we have the phrase "ski into the Eurovision." You have this phrase in Ireland?
I'm not familiar with that one, but
you more have phrases like "but good."
We'd kind of say "but good" instead of kind of ski to the Eurovision.
Yeah, that's okay. Different countries have different phrases. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But basically, it was quite an easy transition for me because in Norwedenmark, our process of picking the Eurovision champion is very different to other countries. I know that in countries like Ireland and other countries, they have auditions and a process such as that. But in Norwedenmark, it is quite simple. The guy from ABBA who looks a little bit like a serial killer Muppet, he just picks whoever the next person is going to be. So he basically gave me a call and said, I want you to do the Eurovision. And I said, Bfthjørgb. And then that's how I did it.
You said your own name to him.
Yes.
It seems like you use your name in like situations that, instead of like when you're telling someone your name, it sounds like you say it when you're starting sentences sometimes. It's almost
What do you
like
mean by that?
Well, you've said it. You said when he asked you to be in the Eurovision, you said your name.
Let's move on to the next question.
Sorry. Okay. So then from there, that's when you were in the Eurovision. Then okay, perfect. And when you won then this year, how did you celebrate? Did you have kind of celebration, drinks, party, and whatever? Because I know you guys in Scandinavia you like to party sometimes.
We do like to have a bit of a Bfthjørgb. And
so there you go. I just want to go back to there. Just there, you say you like to have a bit of like your name, Bfthjørgb.
Can I answer the question?
You can answer the question after. Do you use that? You use Bfthjørgb as another word for a party, or like is that just like interchangeable for like random words?
I think sometimes people hear what they want to hear.
I feel like you said your name, but anyway. Sorry. Yeah. Did you celebrate? How did you celebrate?
We had a serious celebration, as you say. That's what we like to do in Norwedenmark. And in this instance, I've actually only recently returned from the celebrations. It was several months. We rented out this bigger mansion up at the top of the ski mountains in Norwedenmark. Lots of good DJs, David Guetta, Swedish House Mafia, and 70 virgins ready and waiting to party with me. It was so much fun.
70 virgins?
70 virgins. That is the custom for the Eurovision champion, that there be 70 virgins there to have party, to have good time, to have Bfthjørgb. And we had a lot of fun.
Have Bfthjørgb, like have you?
Can we have the next question, or
Sorry,
what's...
well, look, I just want to be clear on how you celebrated it, and also why you use your name so kind of like commonly in your conversation. I don't get it.
Can I just say this interview started out as, you might say, but good. But you're kind of fixating on some strange things, so let's maybe move on to the next Bfthjørgb.
To be honest, you're probably right. I'm kind of just curious as to how, like, it seems to be kind of like a cultural thing. Maybe
that's right.
Maybe
Yes, sometimes there is cultural difference.
Yeah. But look, it's I suppose it's great to be chatting to you, because you're obviously a very interesting character. Would your family would they have introduced you into, like, would they be as passionate about music and the Olympics as you?
They would be passionate about music and the Olympics as well. They are all also professional skiers, as I say. Most people from Norwedenmark are.
They would ski to the
they
Eurovision
ski to the Eurovision. Yeah, and I expect
that does sound but good.
It certainly is but good, and I expect many of them to be moving into the music. In fact, some of my family members are going to be helping me produce my debut album as a Eurovision winner, which I am very much excited to release to the world in the coming times.
Can you give us some, maybe kind of a sneak peek? Can you give us any song titles?
I can maybe give you a little bit of insight, yes. So far we have, our working title for the album is You Are the You in Euro, I Am the I in Vision, in brackets, and You're Up in My Bomb, which I think is going to be an album maybe people like. Perhaps we will change that, perhaps no. But yeah, we are working on some tracks in the studio at the moment. I can tell you that one of the tracks will be called Pleasure is Spain. Another track, Dutch My Bot. Check Out My Bot. Finish Me Off. Polish Me Off. And of course, the big title track, French Kiss My Bot. So there's going to be some really good stuff in there inspired by the great nations of Europe. I'm very excited for the people to hear it.
Is there any tracks? I don't know, with Ireland or Irish in the title?
No.
Okay. Well, look, Bfthjørgb, thank you so much. Bfthjørgb, thank you.
Bfthjørgb.
Yeah, Bfthjørgb, Graham. Thank you so much for chatting to me today. It's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I hope it was but good for your listeners.
It was but good, and I tell you what, after this, I'll be skiing straight to the bloody Eurovision.
Bfthjørgb.
Welcome back to Roleplay. Simon here, joined by a very exciting guest. You guys probably know him as the person telling you whether it's going to rain or not on your screens. He's been a weatherman for 75 years, but now he's throwing his hat into the political ring. Yes, you guessed it. It is Gale Force. Gale, thank you so much for joining us.
Simon, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, so thank you so much for chatting to me. It is raining currently outside, and but there is a chance of sunny spells as the evening rolls in.
Gale, you're off the clock.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to be telling us what the weather is right now.
No, that's weird.
Well, it is what it is.
It's just my passion. Sorry.
But so is politics, because
absolutely
we've learned that you have decided to run for President of Ireland?
Yes, I have indeed. The presidential election takes place on the 24th of October. It's too soon. I should say it's too far away, to predict the weather at the moment. You can kind of get a little bit of a gauge, if you look at certain kind of models. But at the moment, I think we can just safely say that it'll be autumnal.
I think we can.
Yes.
Yes. So the weather will be autumnal. But I'd like to shift our focus away from the weather and have a look instead at the political climate, so to speak.
Yes.
Because that's a weather system that you are going to be arrowing your way into. And could you just talk to us a little bit about what inspired this shift for you? What inspired this change of career direction and this decision to run for president?
Well, of course, I've been, telling people the weather for years now. Since I was a child, I was very much interested in the weather and the climate and rain and sun and all the other things as well. But I made a career change recently, and I was deciding whether or not to, do something really different or go into, maybe sort of a government advisory role, or maybe possibly, pursue the presidential role myself, But people were, I was telling people what the weather was going to be like, and people were saying, coming up to me and saying, why don't you run for president? You've got a way about you that really kind of, you can tell what's going to happen. And I say, I know, look, and I think it'll be a breeze. I think it'll be a breeze. I think it'll be a landslide victory caused by much rain, and I thought maybe, I'll make hay while the sun shines. I'm not getting any younger, but what I want to say to people is that my presidency will be kind of marked by a kind of hot and sticky period, for sure. I'm going to rain down upon my enemies and bring about a huge storm. And I'm not talking, in any sort of metaphors here. I'm going to fuck these cunts up, like.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, Gale. I prior to you having said that, I really did think you were talking in metaphors, given the impressive rate of weather references. But no, you really do intend to rain down upon your enemies and fuck them up. And could you expand upon that? Which enemies are you referring to, and how exactly do you intend to rain down upon them during your reign of terror, it sounds like?
Well, very nicely put, Simon. Well, when I say enemies, I mean that shower in the Dáil, that shower of cunts. When I've met with these people, over the years, and I've been met with a very frosty reception.
Bunch of wet blankets, you could say.
Very wet and hot and sticky. But I try to get some advice from these people, who would be in these positions of power, and It's all very clouded in mystery,
Tough to see through the fog of
I don't
bureaucracy.
I don't know what you mean, but it'll be kind of. Really. It'll be. I plan on running with a scorched earth policy, burn these men alive, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying when I say that?
Not particularly, Gale. Not particularly. I think we're certainly getting a good sense of your general view and your sort of broad, vague policies, but on this podcast we really like to get down into the nitty-gritty and get down to specifics. So could I just ask, as president, should you achieve that position, should you find yourself in seventh heaven in Áras an Uachtaráin, what specifically do you intend to do with that power? How do you plan on bringing about the changes, and what exact changes are those going to be?
I'll stop you there. Okay?
Please do. I was done, but please do.
First thing I'll be popping bottles in the ice, okay?
like a
blizzard, I suppose you could say.
Okay.
Because every night we do it right. Getting slizzard.
Yeah.
And I think
okay, so getting drunk is
sort
I
of
think
crux
I
of it.
think that's what slizzard means. I never actually looked it up, but I think
More
emphasis
focused on the blizzard part of that.
more so on the blizzard. You know, and I would just say to anyone out there, don't take any unnecessary journeys, and don't take trips on treacherous roads, you know, and don't swim in the sea. You know, incredibly, you know, there's people swimming in the sea. In the water.
What if it's sunny? Would that be okay?
Well, yeah, well, you know, do you know what? When it's sunny, I think it should be sunny every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about nighttime? Would that
I say fuck the nighttime.
the nighttime? Okay.
I think it should be sunny all day, every day. And I think anyone who's against that needs to go fuck themselves.
Okay.
Is that all right to say, Simon? On your
Not
show?
really, but you've said it now, so we'll power through. Gale
Force.
Gale Force,
Yes.
to use your full name.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I'm feeling kind of like a sort of frigid energy from you. I'm not frigid. I know you're not a frigid,
no,
Simon.
come on. Don't-
And I tell you what,
not at
I'm
all.
not a frigid either, Simon.
No,
But
that's
is
true.
everything all right?
Yeah, everything is okay.
Okay.
But Gail, that you might be feeling like you're getting a bit of a frosty reception because I'm still very unclear as to what you think about anything. So I'm gonna ask.
Climate change is a hoax.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. But can I
That's
just?
a peek behind the curtain there for you, okay? That's one thing they don't want you to know, is that climate change is a hoax and the world is flat.
Okay, so esteemed weatherman Gale Force, who has been working, as we've established, in meteorology for 75 years and has been speaking for 10 minutes about your political campaign without having revealed really much of anything. But we're finally getting to the crux of it, which is that you're running on a campaign of climate change being a hoax and the earth being flat. Is that
Are you not
correct?
going to ask me about the allegations against me?
I don't believe them.
But they're heinous.
Okay, tell us about the allegations. Are they true?
Some of them are true. I won't go into which ones.
Okay.
But I just think, you know, I'm sure, as in I'm sure, which is Irish for weather, that whatever happens, you know, I'm just happy to be out in the weather,
Gale,
in the sun, and I think it should be sunny every day.
Gale Force.
Yes, winds.
Is that your full name?
Force winds is my
Okay, recently married or?
no. It's always been.
It's always been Gale Force Winds. You've just shortened it for your career. Gale Force Winds, thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing with us details of your planned presidential campaign. I hope that you're given a fair crack of the whip and that nobody rains on your parade.
I don't know what you mean, Simon, but thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, Gale.
Okay.
Ryan,
Hey. Simon.
we've both played roles.
I suppose we have, yeah.
Played them well, I think.
Yeah, role play is the name of the
Role
podcast.
play. But now it's time for a different type of role. We have been sent sketch scenarios via Instagram by you guys. We've picked our 6 favorite. We've corresponded them with the numbers 1 to 6, and now we're going to roll.
I'd just like to say as well, this is where the name of the podcast actually gets really clever.
Yeah.
Because it's role play, but then it's also
Or
R-O-L-L.
but R-O-L-E.
Anyway, just roll the thing.
It's called R-O-L-L, but because of this segment, but yeah, well explained, I think.
Thank you.
We wanted everyone to know how smart and clever we are. We are going to roll or O-L-L the dice, and whichever number it lands on, the corresponding sketch, we are going to perform with the mics rolling.
Okay. And we're going to roll around in the mud later on a little bit, I think. And
maybe.
play with each other.
Maybe. Well,
All right.
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Sorry.
We ready to roll the dice?
Yeah, let's roll this dice.
Let's roll this. Here we go.
4.
4.
Ooh.
What's 4? What's 4? 4 is one priest has to tell another priest he's been kicked out of the parish, but they're both singing priests.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I've met a singing priest or two in my time. Yeah.
Tell me less. Tell me less. I
Okay.
that
You
sounds
don't want
like-
to hear about
That
that.
sounds like a sinister story.
Yeah.
And
I didn't mean. I
rather-
meant it in a nice way.
Okay.
They were nice singing priests.
There you go.
All right, let's go.
Come in.
Hello, Father. You called for me?
Hello, Father Fitztits. Please, take a seat.
Hello, Father Backdoor. I was told that you requested my attendance.
I believe you were told correctly, Father Fitztits. Thank you for coming to my office, Father Backdoor's office, for this meeting.
Is there something wrong, or?
Sometimes the Lord challenges us in difficult ways.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you. You have called me by your name, and I came here to your office, Father Backdoor.
Call me by your name and tell me you love me in private. Lil Nas X is in his own way a true disciple of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I called you here to discuss, Father Fitztits. The Lord challenges us in difficult ways, and sometimes he brings us together, and sometimes he tears us apart. And I'm afraid to say you must go away.
You're a heartbreaker. You're a heartbreaker. You're a heartbreaker. You're a heartbreaker.
I do not wish to break your heart. I do not wish to break your heart. Whoa. Father Fitztits, the message has been sent from on high, from the Lord. No, from our local bishop. Bishop
Brennan.
Brennan.
Yes.
Bishop Brennan.
I'm a big fan of Bishop Brennan. He is the best guy around. Everybody loves him. Everybody wants to be his friend.
They certainly do. He truly is a star. If you are what you say you are, a superstar,
Then
have no fear. Bishop
Backdoor
Brennan
is
is here.
here. I was
We
saying
both
you-
went for our
yeah.
immediate superior.
Yeah.
Yes, very
You are so superior. Waiting for a star to fall.
And I'm afraid your star will fall a little, Father Fitztits, because we are sending you away from this parish, Ballybin Parish, to Ballygreenbin Parish.
You hate to see me go, but you love to watch me leave. You keep me coming back and forth like a soccer team.
Yes, like the local soccer team, the Ballybin Under-9s, who are really doing fantastically and who will be sad to see you go as their coach. But
They've done so well this year.
they truly have.
They've really improved so much. Put the work in and they've reaped the rewards.
They're the best
Around Ballybin Under-9s, yeah.
A great side. And while your stewardship of the team was marked by much success, there were also issues.
You're simply the best.
Da, 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 better than the under-8s.
Because they're older.
A year older, yes. The
A
under-8s,
year wiser.
a year more proficient in all ways in the eyes of the Lord.
Amen.
Amen indeed.
Through him, with him, and in him, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, all glory and honor is yours, Almighty Father, forever and ever.
Father Fitztits, we're kicking you out.
Oh, bollocks.
Yes. I'm afraid your time here is coming to an end. You know why. You don't need me to go into the reasons. And let me tell you before you even try, it's too late to apologize. It's too late.
But Father Backdoor, my fingertips are holding on to the cracks in our foundation. And I know that I must let go, but I can't.
To which I say, Father Fitztits, let it go, let it go. You must go in the eyes of the Lord. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam that door. The under nines, leave that team behind.
I need to go to another parish where they don't know about
But you won't bother the kids anymore. I hope.
You were saying, Father Backdoor?
Simply that I hope that you rise to the challenges ahead of you, and that you raise yourself up to provide a titanic effort. Near, far, wherever you are, I will be in the eyes of the Lord.
Well, you know what? This is, shocking news to hear, Father Backdoor. I don't really know what it's in relation to, but I've been a humble servant of this particular parish for many, many years, and I will do as the Lord says, if that be shitting on leprechauns, shitting on you all with a boom boom, as Father Will.I.am once said,
Father Will.I.am of the Bally Black Eyed Peas parish.
Of the diocese of the Black Eyed Peas. Fergalicious
Demolicious makes the Lord go loco.
And the Lord is loco, but he has a plan for us, and if my plan is to go elsewhere, then I will do that.
Upside, inside out, the Lord is a vida loca. He will move you out to another parish.
Upside down. Boy, the Lord is not a clown.
No.
He knows what he's doing. Upside down. I turned.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
And I say this to you, Father Fitztits. You will be missed. I think it's right that you are being sent away. In many ways, it is a relief. But your presence will be missed, and so will your fine voice. And so I ask you now, before you leave, to join with me in singing our favourite hymn. And I think we can both agree it's been our favourite for a long time. Here we go. I can paint the dreamer on a dream. Make you feel everything you've ever loved the Lord.
I love Fontaine's BC, before Christ.
Yes, as do I.
And nothing important happened before Christ, really.
No. We disregard much of the literature of that time as being a little outdated. Father Fitztits, you have something you wish to say before we send you away for good.
I accept this banishment, and with that, I leave you with this. I'm HOTTOGO. The Lord told me to go.
Goodbye, Father Fitztits.
Goodbye, Father Backdoor.
Goodbye. The Lord says goodbye.
The Lord is come.
The Lord is come.
Well, that brings us to the end of our first episode of Roleplay.
Yes, it does. Well played, Ryan, and even better rolled.
Well, look, you played your role and you played it well, and I wouldn't mind rolling around playing with you later on.
Yeah, you said that earlier,
but I just want to remind you that is something that is
got
on the agenda for me.
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Thank you to you, Simon, as well, for being a great guy, inside and out.
Okay, and thank you, Ryan, for being yourself.
Thanks, man.
You know, that's the only person you can be, regrettably. Some might say.
Not when we're playing roles.
Not when we're playing roles. Not when we're playing roles.
The great thing about this podcast is we can literally be anyone we want to be.
Yes.
Or anyone you want us to be.
Yes. So, guys, if you want to decide who we are going to be, follow us at
the Roleplay Pod on Instagram. And once you do, send us your sketch ideas. And if we like them, we might just include them on our dice roll at the end of the episode. And we might just end up playing the roles you give us. So we'll see you there, and we'll see you for next week's episode.
Peace and love. Goodbye.
Goodbye, good friends, goodbye. This was Roleplay.